Welcome to another episode of Untitled Evening. Or is it evenings?
It's evenings because there's more than one of them. This is just the latest of our evenings.
Nice. Awesome.
I was thinking ahead.
Yeah, but you always do, though. Always do. I mean, your brain cannot not think ahead.
Sure. The breath smells like garlic.
Because we ate the best dish ever.
And you picked the roasted garlic out and ate it.
You have to. Okay, so I make chicken fettuccine alfredo. And it's one of Chris's favorite meals.
Very much so.
And I have been perfecting it for 5 years now?
Yeah, probably 5.
Maybe closer to 4. Okay, no reason to get
For
technical.
a while.
So, it's Chris's favorite. I've been trying to create the perfect cheese blend. After going to culinary school, I actually make the sauce from scratch. And
when she has time, she makes the pasta from scratch, which is very good as well.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a while. But
I haven't done that in a while.
store-bought.
That's a weekend thing, though.
Sure.
We need to do that on the weekend.
It is the weekend.
Where we're not running around at the last minute doing stuff. And
When does this mythical weekend happen?
I don't
Where we're
know.
not running around and doing things at the last minute.
Yep. Pretty much.
Nice.
Yep. So we're going to do an episode where we just make noises. But that's not
She's going to
tonight.
make noises. I'm just going to laugh.
So anyways, we made chicken Alfredo, and we made it over the week because the big boy wanted it. And I didn't have any minced garlic already in the house, so I was like, screw it, let's just buy a bulb of garlic, and instead of mincing it, I decided to do what the real Italian thing is, and I just smashed it and broke it up and just threw it in with the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Olive oil, salt and pepper, that's all you need, people. Don't make it complicated.
It was very tasty.
So
Not
not
gonna
only
lie.
does the chicken juice and the olive oil mix, but then you get the roasted garlic in there, and they're just little pieces of gold, people. Little pieces of gold.
Little strongly scented nuggets of gold.
And well, yeah, but it's not like garlic's new to us. I love garlic.
Oh no, I love garlic too. I was just, your breath still smells like garlic, and that was hours ago. Thank you so much.
Anyways, I think
I won't have to trim my nose hair this week.
No.
She just burned it all off with that little breath.
I think I only had like 3 or 4. So that's
Only
how,
3 or 4
That's how powerful the garlic
cloves
was.
of garlic.
Not whole cloves. I broke them up, so you can't say the cloves.
Probably 1 clove if you had 4. Because
Yeah.
it's sectioned into 4s.
Yeah.
We're very technical in this house.
At times we are, yes.
At times, all the friggin' time. I say anything, and if it's not just perfectly spot on, this one and the little mini-me version of her, the oldest, correct me. It was like 50. It was 49, Dad.
I'm
Yes.
not that bad anymore. I used to be that bad.
Anymore.
I used to be that
Anymore,
bad.
yeah.
But this time, after almost 16 years of marriage,
You just really like saying that. Is it
16,
because
man.
it's like a badge of honor that you've lasted 16 years with me?
Somewhat.
Because I'm just excited that it's been 16 years.
Am I not enthusiastic when I say 16?
I don't know. You're kind of like, 16 years.
That's your version of how you see it and hear
No.
it.
No, it's not. Like
Okay.
we have evidence.
We're putting a vote to it. You need to vote and decide, was mine a question or was it my version of enthusiasm? Enthusiasm? Yeah, it's been that kind of day.
It's very dramatic.
Oh, I couldn't say minute. What was that word I
Oh
couldn't
God,
say?
what was it?
It's medicine, but she said medicinal.
Yeah, you were trying to say medicinal, and she said medicinal or something ridiculous. It's like, wow. She needed a nap. We went and took a nap after that. So a poll is good. We just set up our Facebook page for all of the insanity that we do. And I will put a poll up.
Nice.
When this episode comes out, there will be a poll on the Silliness and Such Facebook page that you can vote whether or not Heather was excited about 16 years or kind of tooting her own horn that she's lasted 16 years. That's really what we're going to be voting on. There's only one of two answers.
Yeah, I mean...
I, of course, am overjoyed it's been 16 years and look forward to 16 more.
I'm excited.
What are you looking at?
I'm kind of thinking like where we're going to be in 16 years and trying to add up the numbers of how old we're going to be. And
we're going to be old. We're going to be friggin' old in 16 years.
It's going to be over 50. Oh my God.
Yes.
50.
Yes. We're almost 40. We'll be 54 in 16 years.
Most people don't like turning 40 because they feel like their life's half over. I can't imagine us turning 40 because I don't feel 40.
No, I'm 17.
I know, we've already talked about that. So you need to comment on something else.
I'm just saying I don't know if it's a guy thing, but I never feel like I've gotten older. I mean, there are days when the boys are in special form and Heather has been in the bathroom too long and I'm just kind
getaway. It's my getaway.
Trying not to die or kill someone. And I feel like I'm 72. But other than that, I feel like I'm 17, 20 if you push some days. I just don't. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't see a nearly 40-year-old. I still see, a 17 or 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if that's a male thing that we deny reality that long or what, but...
No, I think it's very appropriate for guys to feel younger and think younger. And me, especially the men in your field, you guys still love to game and
oh yeah, play. We're eternally adolescent.
Yeah. Where women want to look and feel like they're, in their 20s or early 30s and stuff like that. I could care less, because I am what I am, but we're turning 40 soon, man.
Yes, me sooner than you. Yeah. I'm older than you.
Yep.
By 6 months. It's only 6 months, but I like to hang over her head because I'm the oldest.
True, because when we went to school, he was a grade
a year ahead.
Yeah,
because of where our birthdays fall.
Right.
I'm in the middle of the year. She's near the end of the year. So,
I am the end of the year.
Well, again, I was trying not to really pin down when things like your birthday was so that all of the weird people out there on the interwebs could get that information. But you go ahead. Would you like to tell them your social security number too? Blood type, shoe size?
There's no reason to be an ass.
There's always a reason to be an ass.
That is true.
There's very few reasons not to be an ass.
He does very well with not being an ass with me, which is good because we don't play like that.
Mm-mm. I can see you in the reflection of the lens there.
Yay, honey! Okay, so yeah, he was a grade ahead of me in high school, which means that we grew up in the same town. We went to the same high school.
We grew up in the same town, geographically speaking.
Yeah.
But culturally, wasn't really. So if you've heard the phrase wrong side of the tracks and right side of the tracks, you ever wondered if that comes from a real situation? You have this situation right here. She was on the right side of the tracks, and I was on the wrong. I literally had to drive over railroad tracks to get to her side of I mean, like literally.
Yeah.
We had railroad tracks to split us in our town into, and the less privileged side was where I lived, and she lived on the nicer side.
Because where he grew up was the development of the town when it was created.
The oldest part.
Right. And that's where our high school was on that side. And they started, as the town grew, they started to develop out. And so when we first moved to New Albany, my family moved into the newest part of the development. But it kept getting bigger and bigger, and my parents moved around a little bit inside of our town. But yeah, it's very funny growing up in our town because we had trains that actually came through. And
we're from the Midwest, which is like there's corn and trains. I mean, that's really all.
That's all you got.
That's all you got in the Midwest. So
so the trains did not stop.
No.
They don't stop.
No. They would look like they were stopping, and then they would back up.
Yeah.
So they would get like halfway, and these are giant trains.
Yeah,
Not
they're very
like
long.
not like
long.
4 cars and a caboose, and they're cute, and they go back, boop, boop, and they just go. No, none of that crap. There's like 7,000 cars long with another engine on the end, and then a caboose. And they'll get halfway. You could see the end of it, and it would start slowing down. You're like, nope. Oh, you mother. And then it would start backing up.
Like you knew if the train was coming through that you would be there for 30 minutes. I mean, that's just
horrendous.
I mean, you got used to it. That's just what happened.
Some people got used to it. The rest of us just screamed at the sky and threw rocks at the train.
You could go around it, but I mean, you literally had to drive 20 minutes just to get around it.
We did that for a while, and then we're like, you have to sit there for 30 minutes, or you drive randomly for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And maybe you would miss the train, but I've actually driven to get away from the train and got to the road, and the train had beat me there. And so I could have just stayed at the other spot. But no, everybody in my car had to say, let's go drive around the train. And then we end up in another 20 minutes.
That's funny.
And the last time some idiot was like, well, we could just go back where the other one was. I really think I punched him. I do. I think I punched him.
I would not put it past you because
if you're watching this and you remember me punching you because you said that, please comment and tell me who you are, because I can't remember who it is. But he had brown hair and a black eye after that. But I punched him in the face, and I was not
funny.
the nice person that I am today when I was in high school.
No, definitely not. The train was such an issue that they would do kind of like class gatherings, and they would show you a film on train safety. Okay? And
oh my God, I wish I could find one of those.
It was the most stupidest thing, because we realized that if we choose to outrun the train and it doesn't work, we know we're going to get smashed to bits.
What? A train's going to win if you take it on with your Pinto? No.
And then
morons.
So, I mean, it was literally elementary. I mean, they had the lights flashing, the guards coming down, what it looks like when a car gets stuck in the middle, and blah, blah, blah. And they even gave us statistics. They gave us statistics on how many people actually died each year because they did not listen to the, or stop when the guards came down.
Did not use common sense.
There's that too.
Respect the train and its awesome irony fury.
Yep. So that was high school, man. I mean, that's pretty much a blanket of kind of how high school was for us.
Yeah. So if you're following along and really thinking about this, yes, we dated in high school and we got married. So we're one of those people.
Yep. But to insert there, this guy.
Oh, good.
So you were a senior. I was a junior.
Yes.
We dated for a couple months before you graduated from high school.
Correct.
And he thought it would be awesome to break up with me over the summer.
That is not what happened. I did not think it would be awesome. I wasn't sitting in my living room going, you know, it would be great. It'd be really, really good right now. Break up with my girlfriend. That'd be a lot of fun. That is not how that discussion went in my head, because I have discussions in my head. It was a more of,
sarcasm.
I'm going to college, away, out of town. She's going to be here by herself. Long distance relationships are hard. I was her first boyfriend. It might be a good idea for her to have the freedom to date other people and get more experience and all of that stuff. I was trying to be a good guy.
So he doesn't explain it like that, okay?
No, 18-year-old me did not explain that to 17-year-old her.
Yeah, no.
At what point would that even really?
No, it would not have made a difference then, obviously, because he was my first boyfriend, and we had, I guess we'd only dated for a year or something.
About a year, a little more.
So it would not have worked at that time. But the funny thing is, he goes away to college. I'm still trying to get through high school, and his mom and I stay friends. His
mom almost disowned me when I broke up with her.
Oh.
I told my mother, and she gave me the look that she only gave me when she was considering whether or not I should live. And did not really talk to me while I was at school very often that year. Talked to her all the time.
Yeah, like I would still go over and hang out at the house. They had a cool porch swing and everything. So her and I would sit out there and talk. His
Probably
aunt,
about how much of an idiot I am.
Yeah, and
More
she
than
also
likely.
tried getting me to hook up with another person in your neighborhood. And kind of try to push us.
That would not have worked out.
Oh, of course not.
I know who you're talking about. That would not have worked out.
Try to push me in that direction. And I think her goal with that was try to get him jealous so that he would,
Come running back into her arms and admit what kind of an idiot I was.
No.
That did not happen.
No, I don't think that was her idea. I think her version of it would be you groveling on your hands and knees or something.
Probably.
I mean, let's be realistic.
Probably.
I mean, this is your mom talking about.
Yeah.
So I stayed in contact with them, and he went off to college, and you had fun. You enjoyed yourself.
I did.
And then you had to come back.
Yeah. It was funny. I came back and did a semester at home, and I spent my first year there. I had to go to college late because my stepfather hurt himself, and I stayed home to take care of him. So I went for the second semester of my freshman year away, came back for the summer, and then stayed that next semester at home and went to school, and she went away to college. And then she went to the same school that I had gone to. We both decided to go there. And then after that, I came back to school and you stayed and we were at school together, which was all kinds of weird.
Oh.
That was not a pleasant experience for anyone.
No. Because I had tried dating somebody for a month when I first got to school. Even though everyone told me not to, it didn't dawn on me.
That dude's lucky he's alive.
So yeah, I dated him, and then that was not going anywhere. So struggled through school.
I think the proper term is douche canoe for that dude.
He was a nice guy.
No, he was not. He was a douche canoe.
But yeah.
Moving on from the douche canoe.
Yep. So he comes back to school, and we don't talk. We don't socialize. We tried doing that my first semester at school, and I just kept getting frustrated and pissed off.
Why were you getting frustrated and pissed off?
Because we had tried getting back together before I went to school, and I told you that I was seeing somebody, and that's all I can remember. Dude, that was over 16 years ago.
So yeah, it was not a fun time.
It was not a pleasant time. I was trying to go to school and it was a small school, people. It wasn't anything big like UK or U of L.
A small private liberal arts college in rural Kentucky.
So when you go
nowhere you can go.
No. So when you go into the cafeteria or the library, you see everybody.
Yeah.
And so I saw him having a great time. I saw girls climbing all over him, not physically, but...
well, that did happen too, but...
Really?
Not in the cafeteria.
You're going to bring that up.
What?
I already know that crap. I don't want to hear about it
That's
again.
fine. Whatever.
Anywho. So, yeah, it was just an unpleasant experience. And
it was hard to miss me because I was with... There were two groups in the school that were the most popular and had the most attention to them. And I was in one of those, not by choice. Just kind of happened. I didn't search out the popular kids. It just happened for whatever reason that the two most popular groups on campus during that time of the school's history were the art kids, which is where I was. I was an art major. And we called them the beautiful people. They were all of the really attractive girls.
Oh, yeah.
And their hanger-ons congregated.
And their boyfriend kind of thing. Yeah.
About halfway through my time at the college, those two groups they started dating across because they were the two most popular, and they are like magnets for each other, which was super annoying because I usually wanted to throw water in all of the girls and see if they would melt. It was like I can't stand that. They were very shallow and.
So when we were at that school, a lot of the halls had names.
They still do. They just don't. It's lost the real meaning to it. Now they just have names because they have names.
Right.
They didn't actually
mean.
It wasn't describing the hall like it was when we were there.
Yeah, because the beautiful people he's talking about, I don't know how this worked out, but they all seem to be on the same hall. And unfortunately, I was on that hall for a semester. Let's not get into that.
Of course you were. You're beautiful.
I was not to their standard.
Their standard was stupid.
They had their hair fixed every day. They had makeup on. And
hence me wanting to douse them with water and see if they would melt.
They always had to have like the newest clothes. And so I that was not me at the time. Alternative was a huge thing at that time for us. And so knowing
counterculture, it was the beginning. We're talking about 96 to like 99.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the freaks and geeks time in fashion, which, meant I was very much in that.
Yeah, you were.
That side of things. Both my ears are pierced, so I had giant earrings all the time, and my hair was 6 or 7 different colors, and I had a giant goatee that I could braid and put a pencil in the bottom of different times.
Painted your nails.
Yeah, my nails were all painted black, and I was still wearing glasses because my eyes hadn't fixed themselves yet, so I wore really crazy glasses and had a giant chain wallet because, that's the time it was.
Oh,
and had J&Co jeans. Holy crap.
I was just about to say that.
Like the bottom of my jeans were I had 20-inch circumference at the bottom. It was ridiculous.
And if you don't know what that is, then educate yourself, okay?
Yeah, do a Google. Look up the Google and do a search on it.
So yeah, I mean, it was very funny that the beautiful people all lived on the same hall. It just worked out that way. And then for me specifically, I really didn't have like an identity. In high school, I was really quiet and shy. I may have had like a couple of close friends or something like that, but that was it. So going to college, when people say, you find your identity there, yeah, I didn't find my identity there. I enjoyed the laid back and relaxed atmosphere that the alternative kids had. But it's
really kind of weird that we're all like, yeah, and then we were all just kind of like chill all the time. So yeah. I blame that on most of the freaks being art majors. When you're an art major and you're dedicated to your craft, as it were, you put everything you have into it. And so there were days when we'd come to dinner after having a 3 to 4 hour studio class, drawing or painting or sculpting, and you were empty inside. There was nothing there because you had left it all on the canvas or in the clay or whatever. And so you're kind of like zombies as you walked around. And so we became the very chill table in the back of the cafeteria that you wanted to avoid lest you be sucked into the morose malaise that was around us.
Good times, man.
It was good. It was fun. It wasn't too bad.
You had great professors.
I did. It was good. The students that I was with were incredibly talented for the most part, and really pushed me. I didn't have any training when I went, just had a lot of natural talent. And so I was able to really find myself as an artist while I was in college, which was cool for me, and found things that I didn't know I was good at that I still love today.
Okay, so quick story, real quick. We are checking out the school, the college, and we happened to find that the sculpting professor was kind of just allowing students to come in and work with the clay and stuff like that.
He was also the chair of the art department at the time.
Right. So Chris was really excited to go, and so I wanted to be with them. So I went and I just kind of, played with mine because I don't have a creative bone in my body. But this guy spends, an hour?
Yeah, I'd never touched clay before. I've never sculpted anything and didn't really know what to expect. And spent an hour sculpting a head, a figure, and just found I had a connection with clay. And
it's ridiculous, people.
It made sense.
Ridiculous. Because the art professor fired it for him so that it would, what's the correct term?
Well, he fired it so it would dry out and you could put it on a shelf.
Thank you.
But it was the coolest
so that
thing.
It would keep.
Yeah.
And he looked at what Chris did and he was astonished. And he said, obviously this is not quote, but you need to come here.
I can remember. I can say it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the coolest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Okay, go ahead, please.
He looked at the sculpture because I was like, Professor Medlock, I'm done.
Yeah.
And he looked at it for a minute. He looked at me and he says, whatever it takes, if you want to go here, I will make it happen. You just have to take sculpture from me. And it was just like no one had ever been that positive about, other than like my parents, about me and what I could do. And he believed in me with almost no evidence or a real right to, because I was a horrible person at the time. And that's why I went there. I had other places I could have gone, and it would have been cheaper.
Yeah.
But that moment kind of solidified it for me. I wasn't even really going to do art. It's one of the things I enjoyed and wanted to do, but I had thought about doing music or theater because I was very big into those and had a lot of experience in them, and I could have gone to drama conservatory in New England. They were wanting to talk to me, and there was a music program in Louisville that I had been working with over summers that I could have gone and done opera, and just kind of art was the other thing that I liked to do. But no one, even those places that were courting me to come to their school, were as excited and positive about who I was and what I could do as Rudy was. And that was it. Like, that changed the course of my life in a good way.
He's such a great man, too.
Yeah, he's amazing. Still my favorite
sculptor.
person ever.
And it may have, he doesn't even work with clay as his only medium. He
prefers stone.
Yeah.
Stone's his thing.
Yeah, and what's really cool is that he even told us that there's a class where his students will go to a retirement home or a nursing home, and whether the student has had any type of
training.
Yes, thank you. Beforehand, he still accepts them into his class, and by the time that they're done with that semester, they have developed something of themselves onto this piece of clay. And Rudy believes the same thing I do, and I learned this from him, but then in my own experience saw that it was true, that everyone is artistic. Like, everyone can do something if they have the right encouragement, the right attitude, and the right tools given to them. You're not going to be the next Picasso or Van Gogh or any of that, but you can make something beautiful if you have the right things given to you and the right encouragement. And that was his philosophy in a lot of ways, and so that was how he worked it out. And I've taught
art since then to people who said they don't have an artistic bone in their body, and they produce beautiful things because you have to give them the right understanding of art and what it means and what it really is, and not this crap that you see in the media today, but what art fundamentally is, which is communication and experience. And when you understand that and you give them the right tools, these amazing things kind of pour out of them that they didn't know were there.
Yeah.
So that's that. Well, that was more than you ever wanted to know about our childhood and high school years and all of that. Maybe next time we can talk about how I stole you away from someone.
Oh, Lord.
Came out of nowhere like friggin' Batman. Was just like, I'm Batman. Marry me. And like tossed you a ring.
I don't remember.
Then swooped out.
I don't remember you wearing a cape.
Well, no, I was like Bruce Wayne. So yeah, that's the end for tonight. As always, thanks for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them on the video or on our Facebook page. Look for Silliness and Such.
Yes.
And like, favorite, share this please with other people so they can see the insanity that is our lives. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.